Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, and welcome to this online meeting organized for MBA students from top business schools. We welcome you to today's online session with Konica Minolta Marketing Services, and we have the pleasure to welcome for this live session our keynote speakers. Marta Pacheco, who is Director, Global Business Consulting, and Maria Cosé, who is Global HR Director at Konica Minolta. As this is a live Q&A session, I do invite all participants to ask your questions in the Q&A panel on the top right side, and we'll convey them to the speakers. Marta and Maria, a warm welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Anna.
Can everyone hear us? Can people hear us?
Yes, we hear you very well.
Excellent.
So I suggest we kick off the session with the presentation you prepared, and then we transition into the Q&A.
Cool. Okay, sounds good. So thanks for having us today. A pleasure to talk to you and to be on the MBA-Exchange. So probably best to sort of give you, kind of talk about Konica Minolta Marketing Services, so sort of to give people a brief overview of the company. So our story, basically our rich history, shapes who we are today. We came together after 3 different businesses merged. So KMMS, so this is short for Konica Minolta Marketing Services, is the product of 3 successful acquisitions brought together under KMMS in 2017. With the mission of getting closer to our clients and helping them get closer to their clients, to their customers and audiences. So our parent company, Konica Minolta, started the journey when they acquired a company called Charterhouse. This was a print management and creative production powerhouse in Europe, and it had about 50 years of existence. And then next came a print management company based in Sydney, but with a very strong footprint in Asia Pacific called Ergo. And then the third kind of company brought together under the KMMS banner is Indicia, a communications agency with working on some amazing global campaigns and global clients. So basically the result was KMMS, a marketing activation organization that offers a breadth of services that probably people are going to struggle to find elsewhere, and our clients are struggling to find elsewhere. So allowing our clients to work with fewer suppliers and get better results. So in the next slide, I'm going to kind of briefly talk about the 3 propositions, the 3 service offerings that bring KMMS together, and this is what we offer our clients. So in the Do There bubble, you see basically we draw on data and strategy. So this is the Indicia, the marketing kind of creative agency part of the business, but we draw on data and strategy insights and clients' insights to produce highly engaging creative campaigns. So this is the communications agency part of the business. Our agency strategies make sense of a lot of data sources and bring inspiring insights to light, basically. And these are used to inform then creative campaigns which drive results with the clients. So there's some keywords there. So we use data analytics and customer insights and strategy and concepts and film content and AR, VR, etc., etc. Then the next kind of bubble, the next proposition is the Drive proposition. So this is where we take the campaign message and turn it into a beautifully executed marketing material or collateral. It can be print or digital or point of sale, display, so anything that our clients need from us. So our creative production teams will design and execute highly effective marketing collateral. So then that would be delivered by the third kind of arm of our business, and this is the multi-channel delivery. this is how we'll roll out the marketing materials at scale around the world. So we are completely independent, and we work with about 2,500 supply partners across all sorts of continents. So you'll see them on one of the next slides, our footprint, but our suppliers are also on 4 continents. And our procurement team obviously will manage projects centrally, and this is with our clients' teams, and select suppliers, and so that clients can enjoy a quick turnaround and great value for money. So with these core services in our arsenal, we'll provide a very bespoke offering that exactly suits our client brands' marketing needs. So we've got agency ideas activated by creative production and delivered by our global procurement footprint. So this is how we get closer to our clients. And on the next slide, we'll see all the clients that we are working with. So these are some of our kind of key clients, and the most famous ones probably. So from BMW and Unilever is one of our biggest clients. So Heineken. So we've got Coke and Stanley Black & Decker and Lilly and Friesen Campina, DFA, LG, etc., etc. So truly global brands, and this is what I think a lot of people who want to come and join and work for us, this is what they're looking for, to work on some amazing brands, on some amazing marketing campaigns across a number of different locations geographically. So it is one of the kind of key attraction points to us as a business, and one of the benefits of why people choose to work for us. And then obviously the international exposure, that's something else that we are quite unique. So you have a lot of agencies who deliver local expertise. However, we deliver this on a massive global scale across the 3 channels that I mentioned. So on the next slide, we'll see the kind of the truly global footprint. So from Europe, and we cover most European countries, to the Americas and Asia Pacific, actually we've got a very, very strong footprint in there as well. So I hope this gives you a very good overview of the company itself, so KMS, Konica Minolta Marketing Services. And then I'll hand it over to Marta, who's going to speak about obviously the business consulting part of the business.
Hello, hello. Can everybody hear me, see me okay? I'm going to go ahead and put my webcam on.
Yay! Very good.
Perfect. Does anybody have any questions so far? I see that we have 5 participants: Arancha, Karan, Tate, Wendy, and there was someone else, Cedric. Do you guys have any questions so far? All clear?
So basically, Marta, they are not able to talk to you.
Oh, they are not.
It's in a written form, and I moderate the the Q&A part. So go ahead, and I'm going to collect their questions. Yeah.
Go your questions for later. Great. Okay. So after Maria gave you a quick overview of the company and what we do, I wanted to speak about my department, the consulting department. Basically, let me actually move to the next slide. So Maria has explained very well how we are experts in marketing. Marketing, as you know, we all have our MBAs. It's actually a huge thing, right? It has a variety of different parts. And what we have seen through the years is that many of our customers just struggle making sense of that full chain, of that full cycle of marketing, right? And we hear that they struggle, for example, trying to measure the return on investment of their campaigns. Everybody seems to be having difficulties with that. They struggle knowing how much they're spending in these campaigns across the world, for example. As you have seen in our client customer list, we have some of the biggest companies in the world, and sometimes indeed they have troubles trying to organize those different offices and different strategies. We hear sometimes as well that they have the feeling that everybody's working in their own silo, that everybody's working on their own thing, that they are not collaborating together. So we started hearing these things over and over and over again. And then we say, why shouldn't we just also act as consultants to them? We can give them advice. We can help them actually working through these challenges. And that's how the advisory team came together and was born. So it was not at the beginning of the company. It's something that happened later because we saw that need. We saw that need through our work with those customers. So if I move to the next slide, what the advisory department does, and I'm talking about this department because I think it's going to be the one that is more interesting to you as MBA students and MBA alumni. What this department does is actually we do assessments of the full marketing cycle of our customers. So across the different channels that Maria has explained, we're going to dive into strategy and planning and forecasting and budgeting. Those are the more financial aspects, but also organizational design. How are they structuring their teams? Are they making the most out of the resources that they have? We're going to go into ideation and planning, into creative. We're going to try and understand how they're doing that, if they're sharing resources and ideas across the globe, things like that. We're going to try and think about their supply chain and their procurement structure to see if they're actually being efficient at purchasing those marketing materials. So we really dive into absolutely everything. And then we provide recommendations. Our vision and our objective is always help our customers place marketing in the driver's seat for revenue generation. I don't know how familiar you are with this, but basically sales has been historically the one driving that revenue. We believe that marketing actually has a lot of power, that today the customer journey is changing a lot, that customers are actually more resistant to engage with sales, and we believe that marketing is in a unique position to drive revenue and growth for any company, right? And we want to help them do that. And we want to help marketing get that recognition that it deserves by making it very, very efficient at every possible level. So that's what we do. Let me go to the next slide. Yeah, I've explained this a little bit already, but the idea is that we are subject matter experts, right? Maria has explained you what the company historically has done. We know what we're doing. We touch every single step of the marketing way, but we are willing now to also act as consultants. We can help them get there to that level of maturity that Konica Minolta Marketing Services already has, right? So the idea is that we're going to take a holistic approach, a very analytic approach to understand their pain points and suggest those solutions. So there is a lot of data analysis. There is a lot of process mapping, of stakeholder meetings to really understand how they are organized and what they are doing. With all of that, we compare our customers' organization with other companies as well to kind of place them in the landscape of the marketing organizations out there. And then we suggest solutions, and then we help them actually implement those solutions. So I think this path here, this methodology makes a lot of sense. We have seen that it's actually very successful, that our customers are really happy that we come and help, and that we are very legitimate when we come to them and suggest those solutions, right? Because we are doing those, or we are performing those ourselves within our company. So that's that. That's the methodology that we put together for this advisory department. Let me go now to the next slide, which is kind of the profile that we're looking for to enlarge this advisory department and why we're here today. We're looking for people like you, actually, to grow the team. So as I was saying, basically your responsibilities are going to be engage with those customers, engage with those big brands, and really understand what their struggles are, what their pain points are, trying to understand their needs and how they are organized, all of the processes, tools, and putting all that together, kind of, and then suggesting them with solutions that can work for them and that can drive their company farther. So it is a very analytical role, but it's also a very social role, in a way that you're going to be with your customers all the time, working with them to help them move forward. Once those solutions that I've been describing are built, we actually go ahead and present them to our customers. So it's actually also a very political role, in a way, because you're going to have to sell your solution. You're going to have to make them believe in what you are finding and what you are believing, and you need to make them understand how much we can help actually deploying those solutions with our expertise. So I do feel that it is a very complete role, in the way that it is very customer facing, but it's also very analytical. It requires you to actually think a lot about a situation, to think about constant ways of improving a situation. So it really gives you an opportunity that puts all of your knowledge together into building that solution for our customers. So I think that MBA students are very well positioned to access this type of roles. We have covered through our studies all of the different departments in a company. We know about all these things. So I think you already have quite unique profiles to success, to have great success at these roles. And that's why we're talking to you today. So again, I'm really looking forward to work with people that is very sociable, that knows how to communicate and to speak to people of different levels of an organization. Of course, you can understand that you're going to be presenting solutions to CMOs and CFOs, and you should be okay with that. A little scary at the beginning, but after a while, it is actually a great experience. You need to bring that energy, that business acumen, and you need to make this happen, right? We're looking for someone as well that is very analytic, that knows how to think through problems and always come up with solutions, right? That's very, very important. Problems we're going to find everywhere. Every company has them, but we're there to offer solutions. So it's actually quite interesting. What else am I seeing here? We are a global company, so typically, I look for people that are based in London, because I'm based in London. Our headquarters are in London, but it is a very global role. You're going to have customers everywhere, so it's fantastic if you have some international experience. If you speak multiple languages, that would be great. There is quite a bit of travel involved as well. I know everybody enjoys that, so that's exciting. But yeah, that's basically the profile that we're looking for in the advisory department. I wanted Maria as well to explain you how great it is to work for KMMS as well, and then to introduce some other roles that are out there and that might be of interest to you as well. So I leave the floor to Maria now.
Great. Thanks, Marta. That's a brilliant kind of explanation of what you guys are doing, and kind of what you in your function provide to clients. I suppose from me, and some of it you've got captured already there. So it is a global business. A lot of the clients are, amazing brands, as we said. Truly global businesses that you'll get an opportunity to work for, and truly, kind of not just global, but almost cutting edge marketing campaigns that our people work on. The company itself is very international, very fast-paced, very dynamic. And we've got agile working, so we've got kind of flexible hours and working from home and the rest of it. So we are trying to be a truly modern company. Obviously, we are not perfect, but we have come a long way. And this, again, because of our international footprint, there are so many opportunities across different locations. So if you want to sort of try, maybe, I don't know, work two years in London and then go to, I don't know, Germany for 2 years, or Asia Pacific for another 3 years, you know, we do have those kind of mobility programs between different countries. So you'll get a lot of exposure to different culture, different countries, clients elsewhere, and actually, you know, a lot of, you know, a big kind of 360 exposure to sort of marketing and especially, you know, consulting, the consulting world. I suppose those are kind of the main points in terms of why KMMS. Other roles we have with the business, so kind of most common ones would be around in account management, marketing activation managers. So at the moment we've got quite a few of those open across Paris, Hamburg, and London. So those are on site with clients, and it's all about retail campaigns and retail activation. So they are now on our website on the career page, so please take a look. If you are interested in hearing more, please let us know. So I think those are kind of the key positions, and also quite a few IT positions we've got based out of London, most of them. So please take a look on our website. That's all for me.
Excellent. I wanted to add something now that you were talking, Maria. Something that I enjoy very much about the company is learning all the time, right? Like I keep learning every day when I talk to my customers, when I try to understand what they're going through. So I do feel that we have a very, very good framework for growth. Even the most senior positions are always learning. So it is interesting that we don't offer those type of positions that are always repetitive, same day, same thing every single day, right? So
Absolutely.
very diverse and great
Absolutely.
opportunity for learning as well.
Yes, absolutely. And I think the best, it's a very good comment, Marta, because we are given, I think everyone is given such a big autonomy in what we do. So literally, and we are kind of to sort of reinvent our, not just our company, but also the kind of almost the sector that we operate in. And, you know, we are one of the leaders in terms of all the services combined together. I think there is a lot of autonomy, a lot of freedom to sort of learn, to do whatever, you know, we think is good, to sort of try out new things. So that kind of, you know, entrepreneurial, I suppose, mindset and culture is part of the business for sure.
Absolutely. Good. So guess what? That is the end of our presentation. I think I'm safe now when I say that now we open the floor for questions, right?
Excellent. Thank you both. Perhaps one thing that we haven't covered, maybe just touched upon briefly, is how would you both, in your words, describe company culture?
I think I kind of touched on it towards the end, Zana. So it is kind of entrepreneurial, dynamic, young, flexible, agile, innovative, autonomous. I think, you know, quite a few adjectives there. But you know, I think it is a place for people to leave their own mark, to sort of to learn, to do well. You know, it is fast-paced, so obviously you work hard, but you know, you get the freedom and the autonomy to do a lot of things, and it's fantastic for career progression.
I will agree with that. Like it's always been even surprising to me how free we are. So basically, in my case, they basically told me, you want to go ahead and open the advisory department. And I was like, great, okay, let's do it, right? And then I had to come up with everything by myself. I, of course, had all of the support of the senior leadership team,
yeah.
but really, really independent. Now, this is not a company for someone that wants to be in their comfort zone all the time as well. And that's a matter of personality and how you are. So it is, again, a company where your work is going to be different every day, where there might be struggles and you don't know how to continue, and then we work together to figure out those solutions that I was talking about. But again, it's really dynamic, very, very different every day, and it's growing, right? So you never know what is really going to happen tomorrow. That's something that I love. I couldn't work for a company that is not like that. But again, it's marketing, which is a very, very, very fast-paced function, and then it is a growing company. So really, the rhythm is really fast, and you need to like that. I think it's fantastic. I think it gives you a lot of chances to learn, but you absolutely need to like that, always being on the wave, right?
Perfect, thank you. So today through Global Care Forum, we are promoting 2 openings. One you've mentioned, marketing optimization consultant, and the other one is junior consultant. And a question coming in from the audience is, as you've mentioned that the office is in London, are you willing to sponsor international students for these roles in London?
I can take that, Marta, if you don't mind. So yes, we can sponsor, absolutely. However, if we have 2 identical candidates with kind of similar skill sets and kind of potential who could do the job, obviously preference would be given to people we don't have to sponsor, because it takes a long time to sort of do all the paperwork, to have everything ready. And then B, obviously it's more costly, and there is a time limit on it, etc., etc. So yes, we can sponsor, but preferably, we would have someone who can start quicker than that, sooner than that.
Excellent, thank you. So the process after submitting in the application, if we talk about the interview recruiting process, what can students, candidates expect?
Okay, I can take that one. We like to make things kind of fast as well, so we are not the type of company that is going to make 6 interviews for this, but you are going to have 1 interview with our HR team, of course, to validate your skills, the fit with the responsibilities and things like that, and the general fit with the company. Then you're going to be meeting with me, the head of the department, for a quick informal chat as well. And then I have prepared a very fun assessment that you will have to do. Is basically preparing a presentation about a business case, a situation, and it's really just to evaluate your critical thinking skills and your communication skills. So we can do that together with my interview, during my interview with me, or later, whatever really suits you. And then you will be meeting our COO, Yoshiko Ito, that is based in London, and that will be actually one of the final decision makers together with me and Maria. So if I count, that's 3 interviews: HR, hiring manager, and our COO.
Perfect, thank you. If you look basically at the profiles that are today the company from once they join and to where they are today, what would you say is the type of a person that succeeds at Konica Minolta Marketing Services?
Probably a question for me, but obviously Marta, feel free to give us your ideas. So I think because the 3 companies came together in 2017, so kind of our company and what we are offering today is almost, I can say, almost a young company. I mean, there is that feeling in the company that, yes, some people have been with us in specific parts of the business, especially, for instance, the charter house part of the business for years, definitely. So we have people who've been here like 10, 15 years. However, we've got a lot of young and dynamic people because of, kind of what the company is today. So with the agency and the creative production, so by kind of default, we attract that kind of people. And given the fact that we also reinvented ourselves in the last couple of years, so a lot of people are, kind of have recently joined us, if I may say. So what kind of people succeed? Exactly, people who obviously are, able to work autonomously, people who are innovative, people who don't mind a bit of chaos, but at the same time, people who want to improve things and want to improve themselves, who are very dynamic and who are, kind of at home, I suppose, in terms of, working in this way. So yes, if you are that kind of person, then definitely this is the company for you.
I'm gonna add two more qualities.
Sure.
Just two, but I think if you have them, you're gonna be fine. So one is just be positive, right? Like we spend so much time at the office. We need to have fun. We need to work hard, but we need to be fine. And again, be positive. Have a positive attitude, and be happy to be working at this company. And then the second one is don't be ever scared of making mistakes, right? Like we all make mistakes, we all learn from those mistakes, and we don't need to be scared. And we try and we improve, and that's where we go. So really just that boldness on I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna try, and if you try, I can assure you that there will be no issues wherever the result is. So yeah, positive and willing to learn and to make those mistakes.
Excellent. Perhaps very last question in terms of training and professional development. I know that you mentioned there's a lot of learning on the job. This is something still, Marta, you said that you still learn every day. In terms of training, are there any official opportunities in terms of training programs or something similar?
Yeah, I mean, we do have different parts of the population, so we do have like a development framework, and this caters for different level of experience and different type of role. Focus is on leadership, on people managers, so management training, as well as high potential training. So I would imagine this type of person that we are talking to today for this particular role would be one of the high potential. So therefore, yes, there would be a tailored training program.
What I always like to do with people in my team is like really build that with them as we go. So again, as you say, Sana, there is a lot of in the job training as well, and I just do that because I think it's the best way to learn a role like this. Like nobody has really taught us how to be a consultant, right? So there is that first a little bit of shadowing of how I work, of how other members of the team work, and then little by little, as the person feels comfortable, then we give those responsibilities, and then I shadow them, right? So it's a lot of teamwork there to make that happen at the rhythm that is actually comfortable for the person, of course. And these are roles with a lot of responsibility, even if sometimes we can have very junior candidates. So there is a lot of working with me and with other members of the team to kind of grow and learn. So again, very personalized, very customized to the person and to that person's needs as well. Yeah.
Thank you. I think you both shared a lot of interesting messages today throughout this presentation. I'm sure that there are a lot of people convinced and are ready to apply. Perhaps any last-minute recommendations to the future applicants?
I think no, just feel free to apply. We'll review all the kind of resumes and CVs, and then we'll get back to you if you fit the requirements. So we'll take it from there.
And from my side, just be yourself. Be yourself. And be honest about your qualities and the things that you think you need to improve, but really be yourself. You're very easygoing, and we'll be evaluating you with that perspective as well. So now you can all go apply, and then we'll meet in the recruitment process, hopefully.
Excellent. Thank you both very much for your time today. It was a pleasure to hear you present opportunities at Konica Minolta. And to the attendees, we will put the recording of the session on the event website within a few hours. Thank you again.
Thank you very much.
Bye everyone. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.
Bye.